Now. That's it. Have you got a good view? Okay. Now, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to look at arrow wound treatment. And then after that we'll do something a bit nastier. Right. In the medieval period you had two kinds of arrows. You had bodkins and you had broadheads. Your broadhead was used for hunting big game. Stags, deer, boars. Who said just like the one standing in front of us? Who said that then? Now, you can tell from my accent, right? I am from the Black Country. I'm not from Birmingham. But please don't worry. Your cars are perfectly safe. The lead on that church roof's another matter. Now, so where was I? Right, so we got two kinds of arrowheads. You have broadhead. So the whole purpose of a broadhead is when it went in, the two horrible barbs stopped the arrow coming from the animal's body, but it also kept the wound open. So as the animal is running, starts beating, it's losing a lot of blood, so eventually it will slow down. Now, occasionally there are accidents. And accidents when unwanted brothers got in the way and of an arrow. Totally by accident, you understand, don't you? Now, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Right, let's have a look. Put your hand up. Well volunteered, come here. What's your name? Hey? Gwen. Good name, Gwen. Okay? You don't mind helping me, do you, Gwen? Now, the one thing I need to know, Gwen, are you a good screamer? Any of you lot scream? You said you can. Go on then, scream.
I'm under pressure.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'll do it when you least expect it.
I bet you will. Honest. Never. Right, so Gwen, so you're going to help me, Gwen? Yeah? Okay. Is that your mum and dad? I just need to know, has Gwen got any brothers and sisters? I better not make any mistakes then, have I? Right, so Gwen one day is walking through the forest. You want to go walking through the forest, Gwen? Come on, you're having a nice day, Gwen. Then suddenly, poor Gwen gets hit with an arrow. Have you on, please? Bang! She got hit with an arrow.
I did the scream for you there.
That was not bad, better than you.
Oh, she's my mother, so you know.
You poor soul. Right, so poor old Gwen has been hit with an arrow. Now the problem is, this arrow has got horrible big barbs on it. So, how are we going to remove the arrow? Now the one thing we cannot do is pull the arrow out. If we pull the arrow out, it'll tear the flesh. So, what we have to do, we have to make the arrow smaller.
Oh.
So, yeah, so what we do, I'll get the pliers in and I'll squeeze the barbs together, making them smaller. Then, what we do, are you ready for this, Gwen? No? Because we've reduced the area of the arrow, we squeeze it through and then we cut the opposite side. It hurts. Come on, give us a scream. Are you an actor, dear?
No.
Good job. So we push the arrow through, remove the arrowhead, and remove the shaft through the entry wound. Now, before anybody asks, this is a job surgeons did. In medieval period, there was no such thing as a barber surgeon. You're either a barber or a surgeon. We didn't get barber surgeons until the 1540s, when Henry VIII brought together the Guild of Barbers and the Guild of Surgeons. So if you hear anybody going, I'm a barber surgeon, medieval, yeah, load of rubbish. Right, so did that hurt? That's how good I am. Now, the problem is, what happens if that went somewhere and you can't push it through? What are you going to do then? I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. Otherwise you won't be standing here. Again, we get the pliers and we squeeze the barbs together. Now, one of the big myths on medieval surgery is that they didn't know what they were doing where they did. 5-year apprenticeship a medieval surgeon had to serve, plus his guild exams. They were well-trained men. Think of them as self-employed businessmen. If they did too many jobs and people died, they're not getting any business. And believe it or not, if you did something wrong as a surgeon, you could be sued. So, this time it's gone in there. Sorry, Gwen. So, we've squeezed the barbs together, but this time we get some quills. Quills from the inside of a feather. We place them over. And then that would allow you to remove the arrows without the barbs catching. That was first mentioned by the Roman medical writer Celsus. Still being used well into the 17th century, believe it or not. Now, Gwen's walking through the forest again. And back. And again. And again. And all of a sudden, she's hit again by an arrow. Ah! It's better than nothing. Now this time, Gwen has been hit with a barbed arrow. Sorry, with a bodkin. Without any of the horrible barbs. You know, it's not your day today, is it, Gwen? I think somebody's got it in for you. Right, now. So, look at that. No horrible sharp barbs. Right. Can I have a volunteer? Audience participation is compulsory. Oh, I should have guessed. Come here, then. Come on.
I couldn't leave you.
What's your name?
It was embarrassing.
What's your name? What's your name, dear? Hey? Beth. Okay, Beth. Look at that. You got the arrow. No barbs on it. Remove the arrow. Beth, what's your job?
Okay.
Beth, you used to be a nurse. I'm doing no NHS jokes. You never pulled an arrow out by the shaft, Beth. No.
I can't say it's my specialty.
Yeah, you what?
I can't say it was my specialty.
I can see why. Thank you, Beth. What do you do now, by the way?
Physiotherapist.
Let's stick to that, shall we? Now, so, when you had an arrow, the one thing you never did, you never pulled it out by the shaft. If you pulled it out by the shaft will come out, leaving the arrowhead inside. So, what you should have done, just in case you're ever confronted with this, don't let her treat any arrow wounds on you, okay? So what we do is this. You get the shaft in, again, you push the arrow through, cut the opposite side, remove the arrowhead, and remove the shaft, and that hurt.
I sounded like a wolf.
It's true, I think there's some dogs over there thinking with a chance to be. Will you behave? God. I believe I have to come over from the bridge this year. Now, what you should have done. Now, what happens if you do pull the shaft in? You see, when you left the shaft in, it was a good guide as to where the arrow was. And believe it or not, up until the 20th century, when they've still been treating arrow wounds by indigenous people, the advice has still been leave the shaft in, because you know where the arrow is then. So, what happens if the wound has closed, the shaft's out? So what we do, we cut open the wound, and this time we get the wound dilators. I can remember where I've put them. And we put that. Do they look very clean to you? No. We put it in the wound, we open up the wound, and then I'd have an apprentice doing this. I need an apprentice. Are you going to be my apprentice? Come here, I need you to hold this. Hey, it's good living, this is. Where is it? Good. So, I want you to hold that. Open like both hands. What's your name? Rupert. So, right, you got that open. I then get the pliers in. And I remove the arrowhead. However, you stand there, Rupert. Now, however, what happens if I've got to push the arrow through? Well, for that, I've got a very special bit of equipment. Do you want to see that special bit of equipment?
Yes!
Is that all you can do? Do you want to see that special bit of equipment?
Yes!
It's an old arrow shaft. Sorry to disappoint. So what we do, we get the arrow shaft, we put it in the wound, and we push it through, and again, put the opposite side and remove it. Now, let's give Gwen a big round of applause. Don't you go anywhere. I'm going to show you now one of the leading cases of arrow wound treatment. One of the best examples from 1403. Right, it's the Battle of Shrewsbury.
Battle of Shrewsbury, as depicted just here.
You know where that arrow's going, don't you, son? Honestly, so they all want to get on the fame. So, 1403, the Battle of Shrewsbury. Prince Hal, and you ought to know about Prince Hal. He was born around here.
Oh, Henry V.
What was that? Henry. Oh,
Henry V, was that?
yeah, Henry V.
Oh, you thought she was going to say 8th, didn't you?
I did,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, 1403, Battle of Shrewsbury. Prince Hal and his father, Henry IV, are going into battle against Henry Hotspur, Henry Percy. During the battle, the 16-year-old Prince Hal is struck in the left side of the face with an arrow. Can you scream? Can you do a louder scream? Bit louder. That'll do. Better than you. Better than you. Now, so he's hit in the face and it hurts. Scream! Now, that arrow went in to his skull to a depth of 6 inches. Hal was lucky because, let me show you what damage an arrow could actually do to somebody's head. This is a copy of a skull that was found in Essex a couple of years ago. So what you have is a very small entry wound. That's the exit wound. Yeah, that is what an arrow could do to your head. So Hal was lucky. One of the theories is he may have actually been wearing a helmet and the arrow penetrated the helmet and that got rid of a lot of the force. So, Prince Hal and his father Henry IV defeated Henry Hotspur. He died when an arrow was shot through his mouth and through his head. Prince Hal was taken to Kenilworth Castle, a few miles away, where one of Henry IV's surgeons, John Bradmore, set to treat him. Now, what people say about John Bradmore, he was the top surgeon. Now, he was a competent surgeon. He'd been well trained. He'd also been done for forgery. So, but he was also a chancer. He happened to be on the scene. So, he set about treating Prince Hal. Are you ready to help me? Yes, you are. Are you ready to help me? Yes. Right. So, you're going to help me demonstrate how Bradmore removed the arrow from Prince Hal. Yes? Yes? Yes, you are. Where would you like the arrow stuck? Okay, that's fine. Right, in that case, I'm going to have to get my other assistant. Ed! Now, do you know what you say to him when he's up there?
Heads up.
Hi, Ed.
Oh.
Do you know what you say to him when he's down there? Hello, Ed. Now, Rupert, you mustn't be frightened of Ed. He's harmless. Trust me, these jokes get worse. Now, hold him tight. Right, oh, hold him like that. Now, you're not going to drop him, are you? Because if you drop him, he'll get an headache.
Oh.
They're not getting any better, are they? Now, so, Henry has been taken, Prince Hal has been taken to Kenilworth Castle. The shaft, in all likelihood, had been left in. Okay, on top, okay. The first thing that Bradmore did, he removed the shaft because he's using the shaft as a guide to find the arrow. He then replaced the shaft with a little roll of elder pith wrapped up in linen, soaked in honey, which is an excellent, today we know it's an excellent antibacterial. Back then he didn't understand that. He was just balancing out the humours. Then he set about. So that roll is in there, keeping the wound open. Then he invented a fantastic piece of equipment. This is known as the Bradmore Arrow Extractor, 1403. Now, Bradmore removed the little roll of elder pith and linen. Now I'm going to show you how he removed the arrow. Rupert, if he says anything, will you let me know? Okay. If he does say anything, I'm the first one off the field. Right. There we go. In that goes. 6 inches into the back of the skull. Do you see it? Put him on the bench.
Oh, thank you.
There. That's it.
Okay, I'll sit on the bench.
You sit on the bench. So that goes 6 inches in. As it goes down, it opens and catches. Whoop. That wasn't supposed to happen. Tell you what, put your hand under there, okay? Right, are we ready this time? That was a practice run. Do you think they noticed? That goes it. That goes down. And there you go.
Hey.
Is that all?
Hero.
I am, it's true. Then, what Bradmore did was absolutely brilliant. Because he then got some, he didn't let the wound close, but he then got another roll of elder wrapped up in linen and soaked in honey, and he placed that back in the wound. And this time he gently removed, as the days went by, the little roll out of the wound, allowing it to close from the bottom up. Today we call that healing by second intention. If he'd have just took the arrow out and left the wound open, the wound would have closed from the top, trapping in infection. By doing it that way, it meant the wound slowly healed and didn't leave much of a scar. Right, let's give Rupert a round of applause. Now, do you want to see one of the most horrible, terrible surgical procedures out?
Yes.
And obviously not much you don't. Do you want to see what the most terrible things I can do?
Yes.
Okay, let's give Rupert a round of applause. Get going now, Rupert. Now. Right. Now be warned, especially the gentlemen, this is one that frightens them a lot.
Oh no, it's not going to be nice, is it?
No. Right. Can I have my stool back now?
Oh yeah, you need some stool now.
Oh, I need my stool now. Is that comfy?
It was really comfy.
Right. Now.
Yeah, I'll think of it.
Right. I need a gentleman this time.
Oh, I can't pick it up. My legs will give way.
Are you sure you really want this?
We'll all sit together.
Now.
Yeah.
You come and take a seat. Yeah. What's your name? Jeff. Well, I need to know, Jeff, have you got any neck problems? I have. Right, back up there. Are you sure? Not where I'm going to do to you.
That's all right. It won't affect the surgery.
Eh? It will, trust me. Sorry, mate, I need somebody younger. Right, you over there. Here, come here. That's it. Now, what causes toothache today?
Abscess.
Yeah, what causes toothache today? Plaque causes abscesses. Right? Sorry. Causes cavities. Cavities get infected, causes abscesses. But in medieval times, they didn't understand about toothache. What they believed in was that toothache could be caused by the tooth worm, a little worm that burrowed up through the teeth to get at all the nasty, all the food. So, how did they remove teeth? You're sitting in the wrong place. Well, the first off, you get the pliers. Okay? Would you like to go and sit on the floor, please?
On the floor.
Right. Right. Move forward a bit. What's your name?
Brian.
Brian. Okay, Brian. I need you between my legs. Oi!
Brilliant.
Oi! Behave yourselves. Take your hat off. So, lean back.
Yeah.
Now,
It's like watching ghosts, isn't it?
steady on. Now, how the medieval, well, the surgeon never did this, it was always the barber who did this. So, when you wanted a tooth removed, the patient would be sitting comfortably between the barber's legs.
I'm not that comfortable.
Pardon? Shut up, Willie. Honestly, everybody's a critic. Then, what the barber would do,
Oh,
would
wait.
wrap his leg around the neck. What do you mean you've always dreamed of this? Do you mind? Then he would hold the neck, the head. He would then get the pliers, and then he would actually pull the tooth out. Now it's actually quite difficult, isn't it, to move out of this?
Yeah.
So you can try. It is, isn't it? It's really difficult. Yeah. Right, and then you remove the tooth out, and that's how you did it. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, before you go, one more thing. Thanks. Let's give Brian a round of applause. However, the real nasty thing was this one. This was called the pelican. And what would happen is that would go over the tooth. You would brace it over the jaw, and then you would lever the tooth out. Look at all the blokes. And if you're lucky, I won't snap the tooth off or break the jaw. This was first developed by Giovanni di Colli in the 14th century, still being used up to the 18th century. Any volunteers? There you are, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, the show will be doing another one this afternoon. Thank you. Please enjoy the rest of your day.